Welcome to another episode of Put Me On Game Podcast. I'm your host, Chester. With me today, I got Big Lex with me. Host of the Wit Luv By Lex podcast. With Love apparel on the way. Candles on the way. Book on the way.
Everything on the way.
Everything's really on the way. How you feeling?
Blessed. Very calm.
Highly favored and flavored. Talk to him now.
I would say any flavor you want, but can't even do that.
We
But
can't
you know,
even do that. We're only 30 seconds in.
I would say fruity, but I'm feeling real like vanilla, real
Soft.
sweet, subtle, bundt cake.
Okay, that would be fine.
Butter, like molten butter cake, melt in your mouth type of vibe.
Y'all don't know, like, y'all see partially of what I go through, because I'm witty with my words, and the setup just be crazy. But these past 3 months, it's been a little different. It's been a start of a journey I'm very happy to be a part of. So let's say that was May? Let's just say early May till now.
Yeah.
The summer. Just the summer in general.
Summer.
Where's your mind state been at from the beginning to now? Now that you're starting these journeys and this road that you on, where has life taken you?
More locked in than I've ever been. Probably the most peaceful place I've ever been. Definitely the most prideful, but not in the sense of my ego being in the way. Definitely in a place where I've allowed my vulnerability to really become my biggest strength. Whereas before I used to think it was my biggest weakness.
Yeah.
And now I'm in my bag. I'm vulnerable. I would say what I want to be because you already know. So, but for the most part, proud. Sometimes I do be overwhelmed though, but I have to remind myself, just take a breather, make your little to-do list, knock little stuff out at a time. Don't put too much on your plate, because before I used to be like, you put all this on your plate. Now I do have a lot on my plate, but I'm knocking it out. Like, I'm handling it very well. And most of all, when it comes to that's it. You know, with having so much on your plate, you can't complain because you asked for it.
Yeah.
I've been asking for it, but God really gave it to me when I was ready. He like sat me down. He said, look, I've been trying to tell you, but you aren't listening. And I said, you know what? You're right. Whatever. You got it. I ain't even gonna fight you no more.
Yeah. What do you feel like was the trigger or the alarm going off? Because I gotta tell you all the time, from the first episode at the way back crib, I was like, yo, you really could do this. Like, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I saw the potential in you. You know, time go on, you know, you having a good time in life. And then, you know, as you, I don't want to speak too much on it, I'm going to let you explain, but as time going on, I saw like the click, and it was just like, I'm ready. And I was happy as hell. You know, I was happy. I was like, oh shit, we about to get it.
Seeing the support, but you've known me you've known me for a while, but you know so much about my journey at this point. I've gotten to a space where sports used to be my outlet. I didn't really have anything that felt very fulfilling for a very long time. A lot of people who are former college athletes don't talk about trying to find yourself after you're done playing your sport. Like, who are you? What do you stand for? What's your purpose? Are you going to let this take over? And honestly, having everything taken away from me and having to reset completely gave me time to sit with myself and then figuring out what my purpose was. And all the support too. like definitely the support and people hyping me up, being in my corner, that was super major for me. And that's definitely like when it clicked for me. But I would say I was sitting in therapy one day, and she was talking to me, and I was just telling her like, yeah, I have a hard time separating my accomplishments from my self-validation, like very bad. And I didn't feel like I had much to say that I had, like the accolades weren't there, but in reality they are. And now that's kind of like when it triggered. Also, to me getting into grad school, and I said, okay, I want to be a counselor, bet. But what do I want to do with it?
Yeah.
Where do I want to focus? And having to go about different avenues to figure out how am I going to get to my final destination of my purpose, I definitely said, you know, everybody come to me with their problems. Everybody likes to hear me give advice, whether it's toxic or healthy. So why not just give it to y'all? And then from doing it with you, it just became such a big outlet. And I said, yeah, because I ain't going to hold you. My class during the summer, I had a whole mental breakdown one day. Started crying, no cap. I was so stressed because they wanted me to record my discussion boards. Like video.
Oh, no, we ain't doing that.
Bro,
No.
I had a whole breakdown. Because if you know me, I don't really take pictures. So to actually record myself and post it, and I did have a very, I wouldn't even say traumatic, but a very odd experience when I was attempting to go to school for cybersecurity. I said, yeah, I don't think I really want to get jiggy with that for real. Because this man kind of did some weird stuff. He used to watch me when my camera was on. So I turned my camera off. And my teacher was like, yeah, you got to have your camera on or we'll mark you absent. And I said, well, that man be watching me. And I don't like that. And it was like, well, what? What you gonna do about it? So for them to tell me, oh, you have to record yourself for your discussion, I was in a panic.
Wow.
I freaked out. And my therapist said, but you do podcasts. I ain't had no rebuttal. I didn't. And then I sat for a second and I said, but it's not the same though.
It's not. I don't think people understand.
It's
This
not
is
the
really not
same.
the same.
Because when I'm here, it's such a good safe space. And finding that comfortability and a space to be vulnerable, talk a little junk. I wouldn't even say just talk a little junk, talk a little crazy.
No,
sometimes it's some unreleased episodes for the Put Me On Game podcast. We might have to put them on Patreon so y'all can watch them. You got to pay to watch them rated R.
60 something is out, but at least 80 has been recorded.
Yeah, like, but definitely having you in my corner, walking with me through the journey, going through what I've been through over the last few years, and always saying I wanted to do stuff and then finally being pushed to execute it, I'm falling in love with the journey. So
that's the biggest part.
That's why.
Do you think, because I'm not going to lie to you, everybody's journey is different. When I started, I was recording once a month because I had to pay Noah $150 for the video. I was doing Airbnbs and shit like that because I didn't want to record at the crib. I wanted top notch everything. That shit hurt. But now, investments and shit, you know, the crib is, any part of the crib is the damn, we recording, it don't matter.
Anywhere.
Do you, and you've been recording a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel the burnout, or are you like aware of like, yo, okay, of pacing yourself? Because some people could get into like work, and then, oh damn, like I ain't trying to touch this for a month.
I would say I've figured out how to balance a lot, and because I've hit burnout so many times, I don't want to hit burnout no more. But I also love doing this.
Yeah.
So when you love what you do and you're passionate about it, it's important to create a balance. So yeah, we film a lot, but we go out and celebrate them wins. We go out and celebrate, you know, working hard, whether that's us doing something chill or actually, you know, going out and getting lit. But having that balance is definitely key. However, me falling in love with the journey and falling in love with the progression to see the growth. Like, I'm very proud of myself because we talk about a lot. I take a lot of pride in my product and everything I do. Not to be a perfectionist, and I think what drives burnout is trying to be a perfectionist. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be a perfectionist when it comes to this because you're never gonna get it right.
No.
But
Trust me, I know.
as long as I continue to be the real, authentic me, if you rock with me, rock with me. If you don't, you don't. Either way, I'm cool. But if you watch, you watch. It's a way for me to express myself and put people on. Definitely, definitely drop them gems.
Yeah.
Definitely drop the wisdom. Giving people insight to who I actually am is super major because a lot of people don't know me. They know of me. So y'all sitting here making rumors or coming up with your own assumptions. Y'all don't know me. Y'all know me from what I post on social media, and I barely do that. I mean, I've definitely been more active now because y'all he be on my head. You gotta post. You gotta post. Gotta be more active. And I'm like, okay. But giving y'all real insight to me and who I am personally, how my brain works, and to see the person that I was in my future era compared to now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, major difference. So to be able to articulate it to where people can understand and use it for themselves, it's hella lit.
How do you feel that, because it's gonna come a time, not overextending yourself, because I'm always being your corner.
Yeah.
But branding wise, you're gonna have to put yourself out there. Not have to, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's a certain extent of connecting with the people and people connecting with you to really, they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
How much thought have you put into that? Because since you've been so reserved and over the years, like they about to just. I know a lot.
People
I know
are
a lot
gonna
about to
try
come
to
out,
dig.
Yeah.
People are definitely gonna try to dig, but the thing is, you ain't really gonna find nothing.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I ain't really clearing up nothing. If you come up with an assumption, the only two things I'm clearing up is an STD and pregnancy. That's it. I'm not clearing up nothing else. Definitely because I feel like sometimes when you're starting out, all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
But at the same time, being a former college athlete and then having to know how to kind of brand yourself in a positive manner, that's why I've been so reserved. But I watch a lot of YouTubers, and well, I would say I used to watch a lot of them. I've kind of narrowed in on a couple of them, and it's just a way they carry themselves on social media. Social media is fake, but it's real. Because you can be who you want to be on social media. But at the same time, it's real because if you're being your authentic self, you're showing the people who you really are, but they don't have to know all your business. Yeah. So you can maintain your privacy. So definitely having a good balance in knowing what to keep private and what to publicize. Because y'all never see if I have a man. Oh, never. Never. That's never going to touch the market. I'll probably get on here and be like, yeah, I got a man, y'all. But y'all never see him. If you follow me on the gram, anything of that manner, y'all probably never see that man.
I hope you know what the eyes
if
look
I have
like.
One.
That's the most I've ever posted is eyes.
I'm not even doing that.
That's it. I'm not even doing that no more.
I wouldn't even post a pinky.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm not posting absolutely anything off the strength of women are FBI agents. But men gossip more, and they're the messiest people I know. So realistically, it definitely have to be the sense of, if y'all ever see a man posted to my page, it's probably because it's either like my dog, like my brother, my gang, like you part of the members, or yeah, that's it. Because if a man is ever posted to my page, report it because it wasn't me. I definitely did not do it. Never. What? I haven't posted a man in probably like 3 years, bro. Actually, that's cap.
I'm going 6 years strong. Would never.
How far are we from 2018?
235.
Actually, longer than that. 2016. 2016.
437.
7. It's
If my math was wrong, that was crazy. I'm good though.
7 years is wild.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how long it's been. So definitely would have to be networking myself though.
Yeah.
I pray that God puts my name in rooms before I even step in them. I pray that my stuff meets people before I even get the chance. So definitely have to say, networking myself, putting myself more out there is definitely a big thing. Figuring out the right people to help me put my stuff out there. Trusting in the genuity.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, you keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. Everything's a business transaction at the end of the day. So when it comes to networking, it's all about how you do business. If you do good business or not is really what I'm looking at to network. That's about it. So
How'd you like that magic mind I sent you the other day?
I ain't gonna hold you. That might have been top tier, one of my best productive days for work.
Really?
Yes. You know I'm a natural health girly, so to have something that is on the natural side and I don't feel a hard crash like a Red Bull or something like that, definitely loved it. It gave me such a good boost of energy, but it was almost like a constant thing. Like it wasn't boom all at once. Like I didn't feel like a super high. It just, I kept being locked in.
It was as soon as I took it, like, you know, I done shook it up, you know, like, all right, boom. Cause, you know, I be working. I be outside all day. So I open it up. Bah, you know, everybody asking, like, what are you taking? Like, cause, you know, nobody really ever seen it before. No, if you ain't hip to it, I'm going to get you hip to it. But
Facts.
I popped it, got back in the machine, was going crazy. Then, you know, we had to come in and record. I'm still feeling the high from it.
Active.
Especially all the vitamins that's in it, too. Like, that's my main go-to.
Definitely. So I would suggest, if you haven't tried Magic Mind, definitely try it. Because
definitely should try it. Click the link in the description.
Definitely
get you some
gotta
Magic
try
Mind.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's quick
really
now.
good
It's definitely
now.
a little shot.
It's
Get you
good.
one.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you could just throw it in your pocket.
Yeah. Literally, if you're heading out the door as a lady, throw it in your purse, throw it in your pocket. Get in the car, shake it up.
On the way to work, just, you know
Throw
what I
it
mean?
back.
Got your music going. Yeah,
Throw it
definitely
back.
make sure you click the link in the description and get you some Magic Mind.
Most definitely.
Oh, Lex, I adore you so much. Truly and honestly, I really do. Like you, all of my friends is I just like my true friends because you teach me so much every day. Like you come in here. First of all, I don't have too many friends that can boss me around. I'm gonna be dead honest. I'm really not the stern friend, but I'm the friend everybody come to for the knowledge.
Yeah.
So the fact that you've been around for a good amount of time, I'm like, hey, don't do that. Do this. At what you doing? Why ain't your room clean? Like little shit like that.
Oh man, that day, no cap, that day was so funny because I wish like you would have known how I was feeling when I called you, because I had just got off the phone with one of my homeboys because he was going through it, and I sent him over basically like a mini like startup pack to get yourself together, and he was just like, man, you be dropping them gems. And I remember you text me that day, checking in on me. And I'm always very, I wouldn't even say apprehensive, but I'm normally the friend that's always checking on people first. And so everyone knows the person who's always checking on people is the person who needs to be checked on the most. So I definitely was thinking about that. And I said, okay. And it dawned on me, I said, let me call him right quick. And then when you answered, you was in here, you was working though. What are you doing? Get up. Because I know you ain't did what you was supposed to do. And based off of what you told me, I already knew your mind was kind of all over the place. But I had just cleaned up my space too. Like, okay. And I felt so much clarity. And I said, yeah, we got a lot going on. We got to clear our space out. And especially, you know, I ain't gonna get into astrology and all that, but it was a new moon. You don't want to go into
No,
a new
please do.
cycle. Like, you really don't want to go into a new cycle with that. You want to go in with a very clean space to give you that openness, the open mindedness, the just the pureness of, okay, first cycle, how intentional am I going to be? I think for this year, I've really focused on intentions and being intentional. So showing up for you sometimes is me bossing you around. Get up.
But you, and we laughing about it, but you don't understand. I literally need that.
Yeah.
And I know I say it all the time, but it's like, my friend's pussy. I'll say it. I don't care. My friends is pussy, and they know they is, and I'll tell them. I got so. I mean, it is what it is. Because
Yeah.
certain people. I ain't gonna say my friends look up to me, but like,
Yeah.
I'm knowledgeable in a lot of areas, but in the areas I'm not strong in, you're strong in.
Yeah.
So you can see past. Okay, yeah, he's doing good. He's doing all of this
Yeah.
shit. Nah, like Ant really is just like in a shell that's
Yeah.
hard to crack, but you've cracked that shell.
Our based off of the friends that we have now, like in our friend circle, whether they're just your friends and I know of situations or we just talk to each other about what's going on, for the most part, our circles, yes, they're very small, but they're very intentional, but they're all rich where we're poor at somewhere
Yeah.
to elevate us. And that's just so important because to be who we want to be, we got to have those type of people. And we talk about growth and we talk about growing as people and healing, but we're really doing it.
Yeah.
But we're not complacent, or not complacent. We're not complacent whenever we've done a little bit.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, keep going.
That accountability is really something.
Yeah. We definitely hold each other accountable very well. Our work ethic is crazy, though. What a lot of people don't know is how crazy our work ethic is. Your knowledge with the podcasting is just such a gem to me, and to watch the podcast grow from the beginning to now is so crazy.
I'm a whole completely different, like,
I remember when it first started.
I ain't gonna lie.
When we was in them towers.
Was it? Was it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
towers.
we was in the towers.
Yeah, it was in the towers, boy.
We used to get on here and talk cash, like talking crazy.
They don't understand.
And now we can get on here and sponsor us, pay us, because we finna go fed. Like, for sure.
I don't understand them. It ain't no money into this.
It's really not. Especially starting out, you're really just doing this for fun, like shits and giggles.
Like,
and
if I could put a soul band into this right now, I could quit my job.
Yeah.
Close, God willing.
Yeah. Where we are now, we're definitely manifesting a lot, but we're putting in the effort for a very large reward.
Yeah.
So it's very funny because when I go to therapy, I talk about you a lot, and my therapist is always like, y'all's friendship is so like golden, and I'm like, and it's so crazy because if y'all ever knew how we became friends, it's really funny. Because we became friends from talking trash on Twitter, roasting people early, like 2012, 2015 era. That was a different era, though.
I'm so glad I cleaned that whole Twitter.
That was a different era, but to see us now, to see how we get on here and articulate stuff is so phenomenal. Definitely, you've given me some pointers, some thoughts, and you give me a lot of guidance, especially when it comes to my ideas. Like, when I throw them at you, you help polish them up. So, and sometimes I do beat you to the punch, and you just be like, well, I was going to wait for you.
I want you to, this is your journey.
Yeah.
So as much as I can like foresee it, I think I don't know if it was the last one is only circle meeting we have, and you're gonna go follow WOC M&M. You know what I mean, we
The
going up.
management.
It's about to go crazy media management. But I don't know if it was that meeting or before when I asked you and Fion like, what's y'all goal with y'all platforms and y'all product? Because I already see what would be fire.
Yeah.
But if you want to go down the street, I'm gonna take you down the street. I
Yeah.
want you to go across the state,
Yeah.
but I gotta meet you to where you want to go.
Yeah.
And then, hey, what about instead of going to Raleigh, let's go to New York because I can see you going to New York.
Yeah.
But if you don't see yourself going to New York,
Honestly, I see myself going all over the world for real.
yeah,
It's crazy because it's people who want to do the pod and they're like, "Are you gonna travel?
yeah,
Are you gonna come to us?" And I'm like, "I can. I can come down the street. I can always book a studio. We about to, as y'all see us progress and grow, better, products, better tools and instruments to help. Like,
we got mic stands, nigga. I ain't never
yeah,
had no
ain't
fucking
never
mic stand.
look. And what's crazy? We don't even know how much longer y'all finna see this though,
Not for real.
because
Not too much longer, honestly.
not too much longer. And that was actually when you asked us those questions. That was before. That was before the winners only meeting.
Okay.
And when you sent me them questions, I said I'm gonna get back to you on them.
Mm-hmm.
I took my little happy self down to the park, down to the lake, sat next to some water, played my little music.
I need to do that. I ain't
Rocked
do that in
out.
so long.
And I sat there, and I was in such a peaceful space at the time too, like mentally. So I said, you know what? Get to it. And as I started writing, it just started flowing.
Mm-hmm.
But the craziest thing was the question of, I think you worded it something along the lines of, what's holding you back?
What do you feel is? I wish I could look at my phone right now. What do you feel is holding you back in either life or your career?
Yeah. And mine was myself, because I was so afraid to fail.
Yeah.
And I've definitely gotten over that fear. I don't care about failing no more, because you got to fail before you can succeed.
Yep.
Practice. And the amount of reps we've been getting in is crazy.
I think the one thing, like I was saying, I want y'all to go down. I'm gonna give you I don't want to give you the answer to the test too early. I'm gonna let you figure some stuff out, and then all right, I like that, but we're gonna do this that way.
Yeah.
This way's easier. I already been through that. But what was I saying?
The journey. Taking us there. Taking us where you can see us.
Yeah, no. What would you just say about the lake? Was at the lake? Da da da.
Journaling or answering questions at the lake. Being scared of failure.
Oh yeah. The biggest thing about failure is we like to see the big numbers. But I'm gonna tell you, over the past 3, almost 4 years, the post that got the least amount of likes, the videos that got the least amount of likes, has the most impact.
Yeah.
Got sponsorships and ads and paid for shit.
Yeah.
It's just hard to really sit there and process it, because it's yo, bro, damn, nobody saw this.
Yeah.
Or
most
okay,
definitely.
yeah, it's got 1,000 views, but only 12 likes.
Right.
And it's just
when you start looking at numbers, you can't let the numbers play the mind game on you. And that was one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
I just really started promoting the IG page for real. And the support is amazing. I'm so appreciative, because it's people who start businesses and have 12 followers for months. And everybody who supports me or likes what they see, they love it. So for me right now, the numbers, I can't let the numbers bother me or affect me. As long as I'm putting out quality product, I don't really care. Because eventually, the same ones that don't have that many likes or views, yes, they'll make the most impact. However, later down the line, when people want to go all the way back, one, they're going to see the journey. Two, they're going to see the growth. But they're going to love that content so much.
Yep.
So I think that's some of the most important factors you got to think about when you're going into starting anything fresh, especially going into a social media world. You definitely have to. So
Are you ready, for lack of a better terms, to be putting people on game? Because with the apparel, with the candles, with the podcast, with your knowledge in the mental health space, that's a lot of different areas that people are going to be asking you questions about, wanting your insight, even if they just doing it just to say, hey, I talked to Lex, because a lot of people going to be doing it.
yeah,
It's a lot of people I really don't care to talk to. It is what it is. They just be talking to me just to talk to me, just to say they talk to me,
yeah.
even though I ain't nobody big. Are you ready for, like, that's the next chapter in this journey? Once Thursday comes, 2 days from now, you know what I mean? Go subscribe to Wit Luv By Lex, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, everything. You know what I mean? That's my job.
Everything. Herbo, what you do for fun?
Bitch,
Everything.
Nah, but have you thought of, like, what's end of the year? End of the year, really, I'm asking, like, where do you see everything? Like, where do you think you're gonna be at in your space?
I'm not gonna hold you. I ain't gonna be punching nobody clock, but my own. With everything that I'm loading myself up for,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be able to do what I want, when I want, however I want, and put people on while enjoying it.
that's tough.
Like, nothing else matters to me more than being rich in real life, but not even just being rich. Whenever I say my prayer, I always ask for wealth, and I want it in health, abundance, prosperity, genuity, love, like everything. I want to prosper in everything. But as far as my businesses and everything now I'm about to launch, am I ready to put people on game? I think because I finally found myself and I know how to validate myself, I'm ready to put people on game for real. I'm ready to let people into what it's like to be in my world, what it's like to pick my brain. Definitely, if you know me, you know I'm a really complex person. And I'm also very calculated. But I can be impulsive, but I am very calculated and strategic in how I do things.
I don't even want to say complicated, because I feel like
There's a lot of layers to me.
it depends which layer you're trying to get to.
Yeah, that's facts. Because depending on which one, you'll never get there. To some, a lot of people will never get there, but that's just because I can read the room pretty well. But I think as far as business wise and going that route, this has been in the making for a really long time. And if you know me, this is like almost a 3-year thing for me to finally be putting it in motion. But I was all talk for a long time, but I was talk because I was putting it out there, obviously manifesting it, but definitely anything I put out, I want it to be of quality. So until I was sure and certain and knew what I wanted, how I wanted, and executed, it wasn't going out.
Yeah,
It wasn't. I'm not putting no BS out. I'm sorry. It wasn't going down like that. But
this wouldn't have worked 2 years ago.
no, not at all. I would have been BSing. I would have been skipping around every other month trying to film. I would not have been as serious or locked in as I am now.
Even like what we got now,
Yeah.
like equipment wise, this wouldn't have worked. So I'm glad everything is a timing.
Everything, yeah. Timing is of the essence. Believing in yourself is of the utmost importance. But definitely knowing who you are, what you want, and having the work ethic and the dedication to execute and not get upset and frustrated with yourself and overwhelmed when something don't go right. Or say we recorded that first little mini episode and I was like, I was low-key panicking before because I did not know how it was going to go. And then afterwards I said, yeah, we're going to run that back.
Oh, I know. I'm watching. I was just like,
we got an idea and I ran through it and I'm like, yeah, I know what I want. And it's so many endless possibilities that's going to come from all of this. I'm so excited. So
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. It's whatever you want to do. I'm here to support.
always
If we
biggest
record
supporter.
10 of them and none of them come out, cool. But
Cause
you got them reps in.
yeah, I ain't gonna hold you because one episode that we recorded, I thought it was pretty good, and you said we gotta run that one back, and then I went and watched it. I said he ain't lying. You humbled me, and I was
Really?
like, yeah, but it didn't hurt my feelings though. It was good constructive criticism. So, I mean, I always appreciate it. I'm somebody who can take constructive criticism. So, and besides, we always talking jokes to each other. We talk crazy to each other all the time. So
You ain't on my team if I can't talk shit to you.
you feel me?
I don't think I talk shit a lot though.
Not really, not to me, anyways. But I feel like it's because you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like you talk trash to me in other aspects of my life. Still, like my
Yeah.
shenanigans. That's
Yeah.
what you. That's what you talk trash.
I
to me
get a
about.
good joke off of it.
Yeah.
But like the work is just like
Yeah, works and real life stuff. We don't have. We don't really talk junk to each other, but our shenanigans though. Now that we be da 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 hit after hit after
nah,
hit.
cause you don't be expecting this sometimes. Like,
No,
yeah.
not at all. Like whatsoever. I just be so lost, and you be telling me stuff, and I be like, but ain't that didn't that was like, where was I at?
It be off the like answer it. And I be like, oh man, I already know what she done got going on.
Yeah.
It be off the answer
for me,
and the first word. And I be like,
yeah. Yeah, for me, whenever you be catching me,
it'd be hilarious. Cause you be
Bruh.
trying to hide it. And I just be like, you
and
can't
the thing
even
is,
hide
at
it.
this point, I don't even hide it no more. Like that one day that you called me, I had to get a code, and I don't even think I gave the right code, but it was code enough for you to, whoop, 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 like please, don't say nothing too crazy, cause we already know we would call each other and say something very crazy off the wall, very quick, and who around?
My thing is, Yala. If I call you and be like, Yala.
Yeah.
Anybody that know me, if I say an inaudible word, you know, like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, chill out.
Look, that day I said one. We're gonna bleep that out though, but that immediately. I think I'm gonna have to come up with a new code word, something that's not gonna get me. I can't even see caught. Can't even say caught up because can't get caught up if you
Get caught up.
can't get out. Can't get caught up if you honest. So
Yeah,
that's facts. I ain't gotta worry about that, but I definitely gotta come up with a new code name if you call me. Cause the thing is, I answer the phone around whoever when you call me.
Yeah.
And so I know sometimes that might offend some people.
But
this is business.
Yeah.
And I be wanting to curse so bad. Like you could believe this. I be wanting to say like, this is business, bitch. Like, what are you doing?
You could just tell off the conversation, like, bro, like.
You could tell, like, this is not that. And the crazy thing is, he could be saving you. Little do you know, he could be saving you, and you don't even know it.
I'm saving a lot of these niggas.
Please, mind your manners and stay out of my business. Like, if you really support me and rock with me, then you know who you are to me.
At this point, you should know who I am.
Yeah.
Put me on a minute. What you gotta tell the people?
2 things. 1, always be yourself. Stay true to yourself. Love the game. Love the hustle. Enjoy your work ethic. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. But definitely don't cap about your rap. Please.
Please don't.
And secondly, if you have not followed Wit Luv By Lex on the gram, there's a link tree in that bio. It'll take you to everything. Follow, support, subscribe, go listen, give reviews, all of that. I want to hear what y'all have to say. I'll be dropping.
Review too, please.
Yeah, and review. And I will be dropping a poll very consistently on the gram called What Would Lex Do? So you can send me all of your scenarios, questions that need answers, mental health, relationships. If you want toxic or healthy answers, just let me know. For sure.
Yes, sir. And all I want to let the world know is honestly, I do that shit. I've been doing that shit. And I'm
Mister,
going to
make it
keep
happen.
doing that shit.
Big one, not a little one.
Yes, sir.
Big chest.
Big chest. Drop top chest. Homeowner chest. Single father doggy chest. Yeah, I mean. Trey, what up with you?
You know the last one. Might hit your baby mama
Might
chest.
hit you. Yo, I need to make that a line. That's crazy. That is crazy.
We
That is
are
crazy,
the
but it's a fact.
original.
It's a fact now. It's a fact now.
Honestly and truly, we are the original, real, raw, authentic. Gym dropping vibes.
Yes, sir. But y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Chess with Big Lex.
The biggest.
It's Put Me On Game Podcast, and we out.